All right.
Are you ready?
I think so. Ready or not, we're live. Remember, the camera's there, microphone's over there. So I'll try to not speak into the camera and look into the microphone because they do that a lot. Another person, huh? Don't know who's all on here, but let's do hello and welcome anyways, huh? One popped on, one left. Well, welcome everyone. This is the third installment of our Case of the Mondays, and trying to make it a regular thing. And for a while, it might just be Katie and I. But right now, I see that there's 5 people on. So that's cool. Renee's on. Hello, Renee. Let us know if we sound bad, if the audio is okay, the video is okay. Trying something else different. Some of our wireless mics. We have this microphone, which is probably going to pick up a lot more ambient noises. We'll try to make it quiet in here, but there's our squeaky stools, typing and clicking of things. But, you know, it's all part of the experience, right? I just couldn't really stand the way the lapel mic sounded.
Vibe says AV is good.
All right. Oh, Vibes is here. Vibes is here. Who
Jeff's
else is
here. Vibes here.
Jeff Kane is here. Nice. Vibes is here. Our girl Renee is here. Renee is family. And that's what's important. Did you put that up there?
I didn't touch anything, I don't think. I might have clicked something.
I think when I click on something, it shows up. That's what it is. So we got Vibes. We've got Renee. She's awesome.
Parkade 98.
Oh, I didn't show
Park Avenue, sorry.
Vibes says what's cracking. Mostly joints and stuff at this age. A lot of cracking and popping sounds.
What's squeaking on your chair?
I tried to oil it. And I move around
Well,
too
maybe
much.
it's not your chair.
I don't know what else it could be. Sound better than last week. Thanks. I got this cranked up pretty high. It is more of a directional mic, so we got to kind of speak towards it. And the camera isn't exactly where we want it because of the length of the cord, but for now, that's going to have to work. Is Scully here?
Yeah, Skull's here too.
Skull is here. Why isn't this like... Oh, what's going on in here? Well, so far, a lot of just hellos. We just realized that we hit our 1-year anniversary. I guess YouTube calls it a birthday of our channel. And so it's been 1 year. I don't remember the exact day, but I just noticed today in the YouTube studio, excuse me, that it said our channel has a birthday today. I knew it was in February. So we're kind of excited about that, and it made us think that, wow, it's been a year already. It's been 1 year since Hagen Hill Design's channel has been up and going. And so we kind of wanted to talk about some of that stuff tonight. And as well as after this live stream, which I'll probably say it again at the end. After the live stream, we'll have the premiere of our new video. It's going to be at 6:15 Central Time. So about 15 minutes after this live stream is scheduled to end. We know how that goes sometimes. Go ahead and go to our channel and we'll do a live chat while our new video plays. It's the second part of our Temu filter that we bought. We had the last Temu video was just part one. That was kind of just the unboxing and Katie being very mean to me. She wouldn't let me use anything like these, but I got my own this time. You can't have it. Well, what do you have to say, Katie? Anything?
The last year's flown by just so quick. It doesn't even feel like a year.
Yeah.
I know we were caught up in a lot of building the greenhouse and the yard and work and everything else, that everything just kind of balled up together and hard to keep everything separated. But
Yeah.
greenhouse took a lot of our time.
It did. And our channel, it started out pretty strong in the beginning when about this time last year, obviously. We pumped out quite a few videos, and it was in the middle of February here in Wisconsin, so wintertime. And most of it was focused on our aquariums. As spring came in and our summer plans started to develop, we ended up building I wanted to say a garage. We didn't build a garage.
Well, it's as big as a garage.
We built a big greenhouse right here in the middle of town. It was kind of the talk of the town because city utility workers and people that we know, they're all kind of part of the community. They're always driving by and looking at it. Not in a bad way as one might think, but they were actually interested, and it was. We work at local stores here, Katie and I both, and those people would come into the store and we saw your greenhouse. How's it going? What you guys planning on growing in it? And that's the number one question usually.
Yeah.
What are you going to grow in there? Not what you think. Not yet. Anyways, it was cool. We had a lot of help from people that donated stuff,
Yeah.
and I think my only regret is that we didn't video as much and didn't put out as many videos during that time. It was kind of hard. We have full-time jobs, and we had to do that whole huge project, which required a lot of work, and so it left us with very little time and energy to edit videos and put stuff out there. And I kind of blame that on me because I've always been pretty particular about the editing process, and not a lot of stuff besides shorts are videos that we just record and throw on there right away. I always have to get my hands in it and make it special, I guess, and it takes time. Definitely does, the whole editing process.
Sorry, just saying hello to the new people who popped on.
Well, good. Also, in this live stream, we're trying to be a little more organized as far as staying on topic and replying to comments the best we can. That's kind of a different thing than we're used to.
I do seem to blame you for quite a few things. Not always bad.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to put all that blame on you for not filming the whole greenhouse thing, because we did have camera issues.
That's true.
We had a camera disappear, which we won't go any further on that.
Wait.
The camera that we were using that disappeared kind of malfunctioned during filming. So we didn't get a lot of product out there. We couldn't get it off the camera. And when we did, the file format didn't match. So, it wasn't just the fact we didn't video. We couldn't video a lot of times.
That's true. And there is actually also on the opposite end of that, there was quite a bit of video that was taken that still hasn't been put out there.
Yeah.
installing insulation video. That was kind of a mess.
Kind of.
Well, it was hot in there for one thing, towards the end of summer into fall, and we're cutting insulation, trying to make it fit, and it's 100 degrees in there or more, and we're sweating, and me getting ornery because I'm getting impatient, and on top of being extra warm and being sore.
It was a lot of work, though. I think that was the most tedious part of the whole project was the insulation.
Oh gosh, yeah. Cutting individual pieces of 3-inch pink styrofoam to fit into our 1-foot wall.
Yeah.
That we put around it.
Even though we went through and measured every single square and wrote down the measurements, it wasn't right.
Yeah, they were all too big, so we had to go back through
Lots
and
of trimming.
shave them. And we didn't have a foam cutter. Really, that's why we have so many of these laying around. They work really good for cutting foam. Just score across it, flip it over, and give it a whack. Actually, I don't think we flipped it over. Anyway, lots of pink styrofoam all over the garage floor. A lot of it is still there.
Do you know what styrofoam does with static?
Yeah, it sticks.
Yeah, it's still sticking.
Sticks to everything. Anyone saying anything interesting? Or
We have a first
so far?
timer.
First timer.
Sorry if I don't pronounce this right. Vinoski.
Nice.
Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah. Very cool. There's a few people that are on here that we talk to a lot when we show up on their live streams. And they're just good folks, good friends of ours. Let's move on to...
Can I just kind of pause for a little bit and not talk about ourselves for a sec, but give a congratulations out to one of our friends who's on right now?
Yeah.
Stallion-san. I'm not sure if you guys know, but he was really close to hitting 1,000 subscribers. And did you actually hit it today?
I think he did, because I'd been checking on it, and we all know how subs can go up and down, and we don't want to get celebrating too quickly, because it's like, well, the next day that one could go down again. But last I checked, it did say 1K on there, and maybe he's gotten more.
Cool. 1,000 too, he said. Congrats.
Right on. That's awesome.
That's so awesome.
Yeah. A lot of us YouTubers know that if one of the milestones and the major things for becoming monetized is you have to have at least 1,000 subscribers. And so it's a big goal. We just hit 300 a couple weeks ago, and I think we've gained another 30. Well, I don't even think it's been a week.
I'm not sure.
A week or two ago.
Time here goes so fast.
Yeah. We're at 335 the last I checked a couple hours ago, and it's been cool. We've noticed a lot of gains in the subscribers just by becoming kind of part of the community here with you guys, and we really appreciate it.
Yes,
and anything that we can do to help you guys out too, we're into that. We're a family, and that's awesome. And yeah, so I thank you guys for that. I know I mumble a lot. My voice goes up, it gets loud, and then when I talk down, pretty soon I'm... So that's something I'm trying to learn to get over, because I am a mumbler, and I'd like to stop. So if there's like a Mumblers Anonymous group out there, something that can really help you with learning to speak clearer, enunciating when you talk, I know of a few things that'll help. Anyway.
Do I need to carry a ruler and smack your hand if you don't say it right?
That might help. Pain is always a good way to teach. Or an effective way. I don't know if it's always a good way, but it's generally pretty effective. So, do we...
You can have covered a few of them. In
we want to check out some of the comments. Did you have anything to talk about, too, Katie? I always want to talk over you.
Well, we pretty much have the same points.
Yeah.
I ad lib if I need to.
Couple other shout outs here. We got Wizzle. It's in the house. Red Laser. It's in the house. Is this the house? No, in the garage. I meant to say. Am I missing people that I haven't said? Maybe, possibly.
I don't think so. Salient. Oh, thanks, Salient.
What's he got?
You just told us that happy anniversary for
Thank
YouTube.
you. Thank you very much. We made it. It wasn't for ups and downs and whatnot. I mean, there's definitely had its challenges. Let's talk about that, I guess. I'll put that up next. Challenges faced. And, you know, a lot of this ties in with the aquarium hobby as well as running a channel. Clearing the throat is a challenge. What are some of the challenges that we faced?
Unexpected diseases and not having a pet shop close enough. I think it was one our fault because we haven't had a single tank since we've been doing fish keeping ever get a sickness. And the tetras after we brought them home ended up developing ick. And of course in town here there's nobody with the medications. So we did try some conventional methods without the meds, but it got so bad so quick that we had to do something with medication.
Yeah. We didn't really think of quarantining them because they were all kind of part of a brand new tank and all from the same source. But there was a couple neon tetras that we had previously, and those were the only ones that were already in there, I suppose you would say. So that it did affect them too. Did the neons get it as much as
not as bad as the
phantoms?
The phantoms and the white fins.
Yeah, they were not as they got it bad. So it was a first encounter with that and didn't know what it was. We put a short out there. I didn't know. I was looking up things. I heard about Epistylus, heard about ick. Didn't know what the difference was. It was kind of like an all hands on deck moment. We did end up treating them with raising the temperature up and using some aquarium salts, and
that helped a lot.
It did quite a bit. And we
I think some of the
also
other
used it was a Seachem product. I can't
Hemafix, Mellifix.
No, it's the Seachem one. Which one was it?
I don't know if we have the bottle anymore.
Yeah, because I've got a full one on deck. Here we go. This stuff here. Oop, where's the camera? Man, oh man.
Red Laser said Metroplex is another one. I'm not sure if they had that in our fish store. That's
That's
say
the thing,
somewhat
I mean,
close.
They have very limited selection, and I can't get rid of clearing my throat right now for some reason. Highly annoying. Anyways, we did get them completely cured up. I don't think we lost any of them, which is cool. And with the help of other people's knowledge, including some of the people here tonight, we were able to combat that. So, but it was very disheartening. I thought, because it went away and we thought they were better, and then it showed back up again, and it was that was a thing that was very frustrating. At first, we were so happy that they got over it, and just for a couple days for it to reappear. Yeah, very challenging. But in the face of those challenges, things as being in the fish hobby, if you succeed or even if you lose something, if you can gain knowledge and learn from it, It's a positive. So
Excuse me.
we did learn a lot from that. After that, we did have one other disease with our angelfish that we quarantined first, which was good. We learned how to quarantine after the ick thing.
Yeah.
How
That's
about
all we
you
do
tell,
now is
tell them about the angelfish? I gotta go clear my throat. I'm sorry. I'll be right back.
we had bought 3 golden veil angelfish, and they all looked healthy when we brought them home, and we put them in the quarantine tank, just by themselves, of course. I don't put any plants in there unless it's something fake, but I don't want anything sharp, just because in case the fish get stressed out and they do a run around in the tank, I don't want anybody getting cut and causing any more issues that way. But we had noticed they had white fuzz kind of starting on their fins, and some of their fins were doing the fin collapse, and it's like, oh,
Clamping.
the clamping, yes. We got to get them medicated. So we hadn't started pre-medicating fish from the fish store until we had a few issues. Now we just pre-medicate with a few things to make sure that if they have something, then they're not going to get worse before they get better. But yeah, we did end up losing one angelfish. It just got too far before we could get the actual medication that was needed. Amazon was too far off, and they were out of stock at the local fish store, so we had to go back the day the shipment came in. And by the time we could get them treated with that medication that was needed, the one had passed away. But the other 2 made it fine. One of them has actually been spawning with another male in the tank. The other one's paired off with another male. So it should be interesting.
Yeah. The whole experience has been a very interesting one here. Not only the YouTube channel. Now I just realized, was I saying Facebook earlier when I was meaning YouTube?
I think so. That's okay. I think people know what you meant. That's kind of bad, huh?
Facebook. We do have a Facebook page. And I have a personal one too. I'm hardly ever online. I kind of leave it up to Katie to run our Facebook page. I post on there sometimes when I put a new video up. But personally, not a huge fan, I guess. Too much dirty laundry and stuff, and times you can put your foot in your mouth. And to be honest, the amount of space that it takes up on my phone just to have the app, that's another thing I don't like about it. So I stay away from there. I'm obsessed enough with YouTube, and it's really easy for me to get onto Facebook and then start scrolling, and hours go by. And I at least for me, I just kind of, about 2 years ago now, I think.
Yeah.
I just kind of put it out of my life. The first year, I deactivated the account, so I didn't even have one. And the second year, I put it back up, but maybe check on it once a month for my personal one. But as far as our Hagen Hill Design Facebook, it's pretty cool. There's extra, I don't know, just extra updates about what's going on. Katie's a very good Facebooker and Facebooker.
Is that a title?
She's good at just typing updates, things that happen, things we're doing. And
I try to anyway.
so if you guys are into Facebook, any of you, and you're regularly on it, and I don't hold any judgment against people that do. So I make fun of Katie sometimes for being on it all the time. If you're into that, I ask you to maybe consider checking that out if you want to keep a little more up to date. Okay, so other challenges that we faced, I think, as far as having a YouTube channel, has been like we mentioned before, making the time to do your videos. And I had gotten some advice from a guy that runs a very successful channel, but at the same time, the advice kind of applied to what I would think is someone that doesn't have a full-time job. And he said you could easily get 2 videos out per week using 3 days for each video. On the first day, you plan it. On the second day, you shoot it. And on the third day, you edit it. He said never do them all on the same day. Will burn you out. So it would be 3 days per video. And he said 2 videos, no problem. And I can see his point, but if I was doing YouTube full time, if Katie and I were both doing that full time, I think that we could probably get that done. What we actually have is a little bit of time before and a little bit of time after work, and then 2 days off a week. So to try to do the 3-day method, we had to kind of modify it. And so far, it's been still a challenge to kind of do that. Our goal right now is to do 1 video per week, as well as a live stream per week. And something that's always in the back of our head, we'd like to do a short at least once a day or every other day, because our shorts just kind of consist of showing some of our fish, doing something quick and easy. But at least doing a decent video per week would be a major goal that we're going to do. Favorite parts about YouTube? What are your favorite parts?
I love the connection it has made between us and everybody that has gotten together in the last few months, and even before that we have never known in the fish keeping hobby, and they took us under their wing and kind of showed us the ropes and didn't hesitate to do so. And we thank you all for that. We are very grateful and appreciative of it.
Yeah.
And it's great to be friends.
Mm-hmm. Making new friends. It's I think I've said it before to other people that are on here. Didn't think that I would be making new friends in the volumes that I am lately, or at all at my age. It was just kind of something that I stick with the friends that I have already, mostly Katie, and I'm fine with that. And but it's an enlightening experience getting to know people, and I'd like to call a lot of you friends, and I hope that we can meet in person and actually, kind of, I think would be like solidifying that friendship. But it's neat in these live streams, especially when you bring other people on and you can chat. It's a very closest thing you can have to meeting someone in person, I guess. So
yeah.
Even some phone calls, text messaging, all the things you would do with a friend. And just would like to kind of meet some of you in person sometime. I know that there's supposed to be, is it Aquashella? I'm not too familiar with a lot of these events and their names, but there's supposed to be one in Chicago, and I don't know if it already happened. Don't look into it that much, but that would probably be one of the closest places. We'd actually be closer if there's anything in like Minneapolis, St. Paul in Minnesota. That would be a very quick and easy jaunt for us to get there. Otherwise, we're kind of far away from any major metropolitan areas. A little more research and we can find, but it would be cool, I think. I think that Detroit would be out of the question. If there's anything over there, we got to go. We're on the other side of the lakes.
Yeah.
Chicago, it'd be a long trip, but doable easily within a day. I'm telling you, Minneapolis, St. Paul, they're just a couple hours away, 2 hours probably, tops to get there. So that, and we're more familiar with that area, so to drive around and find what we're looking for wouldn't be too hard. So if you guys know of any big events like that where possibly some of you would be going to in either Chicago or the Twin Cities. Let us know. Drop a comment. We'll take a look at those. And if you know our email address, go ahead and send some kind of link to me too. We can check that out. Any comments, Katie, that we can pop up on the screen here?
Skull said take a look at the events on fishfam.link. There's a whole list of them on there. And then Jeff said Madison Cataclysm is not this year, but next is a must.
Madison Cataclysm.
Mm-hmm.
Right here.
And then our Aquatic Universe with Mike. His favorite is the Keystone Clash in Morgantown, Pennsylvania, about 6 hours from me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
I think if something could be like pretty major where we would have to drive a day or two to get to, you know, I want it more for than just not to sound rude, it's just that I want it to be somewhat kind of a bigger event because that sounds kind of mean. I wouldn't drive 2 days just to hang out with a couple of you in a basement. Yeah, maybe I would. But I got to take time off from work.
It's hard for us to get time off of work.
Not saying any of these events are in the basement. I'm just saying I would make a vacation out of it to go to one of these places. And maybe that's possible.
Do sightseeing besides.
Yeah.
And then try all of your methods on how to keep fish alive in the hotel room.
For sure. What other ones do we have on there? Like Michelle in Dallas. Silver Creek's Wildlife. I gotta check out some of your stuff. I heard from Garcia that you've what was Garcia telling us about him?
It was a late night conversation, so I know he said check him out.
Yeah. Definitely gotta do that. And I'm glad you're here watching our live stream. It's awesome.
Yeah. Glad all of you are here. That's really cool.
Our Aquatic Universe is a new subscriber of ours. I was looking at some of his videos. The new intro, I think, is what shows up. I think that's the one I clicked on first. It's really cool. I don't know how to make videos like that, but it was a rocket going through space. Very cool. So I guess I need to... Did I say anything about my favorite part about YouTube?
No, you left it up to me.
Yeah.
Again.
I would agree with Katie when it comes to meeting these friends. The other thing I really like about YouTube is being able to be creative and express yourself through videos and images and kind of sharing the stuff that you're passionate about and finding that other people like it and they talk about it. I mean, not everybody likes it. I've had a few nasty comments, but whatever. To find that there's other people that have the same interests in you, it's kind of thrilling. And if someone finds one of your ideas, like we show different hacks on the filtrations that we have. We showed Katie doing a planting hack. It was a quick short that maybe some people already knew, but just planting a container inside a larger pot and then pulling out that plastic pot. And yeah, anyways, I can't describe it right now, but it was cool to show tips and tricks on things, and people actually find it useful. And it's fulfilling to feel that you've helped somebody achieve something. And just the wealth of knowledge that's out there in YouTube to be able to help you with pretty much any subject, that I really like. Because anytime we need to learn something or research something, it's usually our go-to place. Granted, there's a lot of misinformation or people's opinions, you know what they say about those. But if you're smart about your research, you can kind of cipher through all of that and take what you need that's useful and make your own decisions. And we're hoping that we can be helpful in that manner. Where are we at for time? 35 minutes? That's not too bad.
It's 5:35.
Well,
So you have 25 minutes.
it's good. What is this? Here we go.
Rap
song?
shorts from the song. There's a song that our Aquatic Universe with Mike. The videos from the song he created with all of the instruments and vocals that he posted on his channel.
That's what was cool. Now I remember that. I think, was it your wife that was on the drums? And I saw Shavi playing guitar. And as soon as I heard the song, I could tell that it was a homemade song. I really liked it. It was just from the recording quality of it. And if anyone doesn't know, I have been a musician as long as I can remember. I've been playing things by ear, according to my mom and dad, since, oh gosh, 1.5 years old. They found that I could kind of
Keep a
maybe
beat.
closer to 2, not just a beat, but like in front of a little mini keyboard. I was playing things like Do Re Mi, and Do Dear, that song, and Twinkle Twinkle Little Star at around 2 years old, just by sounding it out on the keyboard until I figured it out. And so I've been a musician a long time. My passion is music, definitely, and I love playing my guitar. Pretty much any musical instrument I can get my hands on, I try to figure that out and play it. So I love listening to music. I'm all about music. So when I saw that from his channel, I thought, that's cool. They made their own theme song stuff, and I might try that sometime. I don't know. We do have my friend's drum set in the house now. I tried to hide it from Katie that was storing it here for him. He didn't have any room in his new place, and I kind of stuffed it in my daughter's bedroom, and she's off to college, and Katie never goes in there, so I kind of stuffed it in there, and I took a picture and sent it to my buddy Josh and said, hey, she won't find it in here. And then later on that night, I was showing Katie some of the pictures I was taking of the aquariums, and I scrolled too far, and she saw the drums, and she said, what's that? She recognized what room they're in. I'm like, yeah, kind of got Josh's drum set at the house. But once it gets a little warmer out, I think I might set it back up out here in the garage. Either that or I gotta make room in the house. But I love playing drums too.
Yeah, I'm sure the neighbors love it.
Not that great at it. The neighbors definitely don't like it. I got a couple money beats, but never played in a band with drums other than screwing around at practice time. Anyway, a little off topic. Maybe not.
Jeff said to keep an eye on Foxy's stream for posting about a cookout for the Fish fam.
Cookout?
Yeah, it's in Wisconsin.
What?
Yeah. So we'll have to do that.
Ooh. It's one thing that Katie, well, if there is one thing that Katie does well. And there's multiple things. She is an excellent cook.
Oh, thank you.
Everything that you make is just delicious. I don't know how you do it. It's magic. You just got a talent passed down from your mom, I think. Between Katie and her mother, they're just, yeah. Well, on your dad's side, too. I mean, he did own the restaurant for a long time.
Dad was a good cook.
Yeah. His ribs and...
he cooked like Mom.
Yeah.
Cooking and baking are two different things. My mom measures for baking, but not really for cooking, unless it's a new recipe just to try it. We're kind of whatever looks good, smells good, tastes good, add it in there. So
this is why. Right here. Well, yeah, I'd like to blame it on Katie for that. So, how are we doing so far for our third live stream? Well, our fourth one, the first one, I don't really count. That was a test of the emergency broadcast system.
12.
12? We got a 12 out of 10?
No, 12 watching now.
Oh, okay. I thought
that's what
maybe
you're
someone
asking,
rated
sorry.
us. I'm just asking how are we doing so far?
It just seems overly hot in here, and the heat's not even on right now. There's no air movement.
It's part of doing it. It's like last week's. If you guys didn't notice the fatigue I was going through at the end, I had a t-shirt on and a very thick hoodie, which I usually wear because of the little clip lapel mics. And I put one of these up here, and every time I move around, my chins get in the way and scratch it, and it makes a lot of noise. So it's easier with the drawstring hoodie on, clips down a little lower. But, however, it gets warm in this fish room. We keep it at a higher temperature, and when you start doing live stream type things, at least for me, my temperature rises, and it was miserable towards the end of that hour. As soon as we went offline, shirt's gone. Woo! I had to make sure I wasn't streaming first, though. I always made sure it was off all the way because that would have been embarrassing for me. You don't want to see under here. It's nothing.
Vibes wants to know, what's our favorite video that you all have on your channel?
That's a good question because I was thinking about going through that as far as in our banners or our ideas that we had here. Favorite video on our channel. How about you? Do you have one?
Well, I love them all,
it?
but I think my absolute favorite is the progress with the greenhouse.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like the reveal of it?
Yeah. The reveal, and then, our bits and pieces that we were able to record. Because that was a huge project.
Yeah. I don't know how to grab a link from like any of our videos. If you guys know how to, if someone can find the greenhouse reveal video and put a link in the comments, and we'll throw it up there so you know what we're talking about. Or you don't want to probably watch it right now because we'll leave here, but you can watch it later unless some of you've seen it already. And blah blah blah.
Is it the We Built the Greenhouse one?
Well, that's the topic, yeah. But you have to go into all videos, just into there, and you might be able to grab a link. But yeah, I kind of summed up all of the stuff we had done over the summer for the most part. I mean, there was so much that was missing, and I guess if I had to do it again, as far as editing that video, I have an account now with what's called Epidemic Sounds, I believe. What I used for the music in that video was Soundtrap, and it was kind of a way to do loops, and you could pick beats and put it together, but at least for me, it ends up sounding very repetitious and computerized. And but I tried our best. There was like 3 different songs in there that I kind of made up using that Soundtrap program. That's an online music making app. Some of you probably know about it. But Epidemic Sounds, I paid for a membership with that because there's such a huge library of different musics, different genres by artists that make music just for that kind of format, plus all kinds of sound effects. I haven't really used it too much in the last few videos, like the Planet Tank videos. I used it in there, but if I had to do the Greenhouse Reveal one, I would have probably chose a little different music. But it was really cool for us to be able to kind of sit there and watch it. Every once in a while, we'll replay it just to remember all the things that we did last summer. So it was kind of a whirlwind blur of it all.
Well, we really didn't have a spring.
Right.
It went from winter to summer.
Yeah.
And then we really didn't have a fall until November. And then we really didn't have a winter.
So far this year. But it's, I guess that takes back to the previous topic. That's another one of my favorite things about YouTube is that you can go back and rewatch and relive some of your memories. I think one of my favorite videos, and if I think more, I might change my mind, but the one that comes to mind is our water change video. It's, I think on the
first one,
the thumbnail is Katie's holding the siphon and like a gallon jug and smiling. And that was the first time that we used 2 cameras at the same time to record at the same time. And we used one source of audio, and felt like that was the first time that we were having fun together as a couple making a video. We were always trying to think of individual ideas and such, but that was like a long-term video. I mean, the time it took us to do the entire water change and the whole process, just we were both on camera at the same time interacting, and I really realized that her and I we do well on camera together. And it's mostly Katie. She looks way better on camera than I do, but that's for sure.
Thanks.
You're welcome. That was kind of our faves.
We got less than a half hour until the premiere, so
That's fine. For 47 minutes, we got about 15 minutes left. Let's talk about our plans for the future. I think we kind of said that already. Most of you know we got a huge tank that we're currently working on cleaning it up so that we can get it set up in here. It's going to go from here. It's 210-gallon tank. Here to here. Right in that spot there. It's going to be what I think is a monster tank, at least compared to anything else that we've had. And we've got a couple fish already that are going to go in there. But that's kind of our plan as far as the aquarium world. We have a new 210. We're new to us. We have a brand new 55-gallon tank that's still in the packaging. And we want to kind of redo some of the racking over here, maybe a custom rack. We have a big plan for what you can't see is that pond behind the aquarium. Wait a second. Right here. Behind there's a 110-gallon stock tank pond that we keep the majority of our goldfish in for our outdoor ponds. We're going to reduce an idea there. That's going to be really cool. Our plans are to, like I said before, to release a video every week, do a live stream every week, try to participate on other people's streams, or at least watch them as much as we can in our relaxation time that's kind of fun. And
Morning coffee clutched.
yeah, just trying to be more regular about things. We of course are going to be doing other things on this channel besides fish keeping. We do a lot about plants, especially when we're going to be outside. But the ponds and the plants, we kind of tie them all together. And so whether you're strictly here for plants or strictly here for aquariums, I think either group of people can find interest in what we're going to do this summer. Now that the greenhouse is up and very little work has to be done to it, as far as the construction part, we can actually start utilizing it this year. So I'm very excited.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
I think Katie is even more excited than I am.
I've got the itch, and it's only February.
Well, it's because we had
85 degrees in
we
there
had
the
a couple
other day.
days of like near 50 degree, which is weird for February in Wisconsin, especially northern Wisconsin. So it was a day it was close to 50, and I thought, well, I haven't been in the greenhouse for a while, so I went out there and it was 86 degrees and like 90% humidity. It felt like the middle of summer. It was just,
I'm talking
ooh.
shorts, tank top, and flip-flop
Oh
weather.
yeah, it was perfect in there. So I went back into the house and said, Katie, you gotta check this out. And so we walked around that greenhouse for quite a while, and we were both just looking at each other. And Katie goes, "You got the itch, huh?" I'm like, "Yep." The smells. There was even like a few like weird plants. Oh, and some strawberries that were even popping up in there.
Yeah.
So it won't be long. As soon as the weather stops freezing at night,
So hard
or close
anyway.
to it, I think we're going to be safe for the greenhouse. So time to get seeds started, and a lot of cool stuff going on for that. So that's probably our thing for that. Is anyone
Any questions?
any more questions? We got about 8
10 minutes?
minutes or so. We can go on. We can go over a little bit, but the timer starts ticking at 5 minutes too. So it's scheduled for 6:15. At 6:10, we definitely have to be out of here, and that's Central Time. So let's do some questions and answers, and hear from you guys if you have any questions for us at all. And I don't care if it's weird, but more serious questions, something that we can actually give an honest answer to. But if you want to ask what color my shoelaces are, they're black. And they're mostly...
And they really needed to know that.
Well, ask a question. Boom, 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 boom. Do you see anyone? What color is your favorite shoes? Vibes asks. My favorite shoes, which I don't have them. Well, I do have them on. They are they're dirty. They're like a gray black. They're Hey Dudes.
The woven fabric.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of my lounging shoe around the house. I go to the gas station once in a while. At work, though, my feet would die if I was wearing them. So I've got a pair of Danner work shoes with safety toes, and those are black, just pitch black, and they're the most comfortable shoe I've ever bought in my life.
Skull says a shade of cottage cheese, of course. Well, in this case, it'd be blue cheese coloration.
The cottage cheese was that was last night, right?
That was a couple nights ago.
I think it was last night.
No.
Saturday night? Yeah, 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
Oh, how the days blend together with so much cottage cheese. Who else has? Yeah, they are very comfortable for sure. It's going to be time to get new dudes here. The bottoms are wearing out pretty bad. I don't even drag my feet when I walk, but I guess I pivot a lot.
Yeah, and you're on pavement.
I always got a plant foot. Plant one down. Got to pivot. What about you, Katie? Color your favorite shoes?
What pair?
Yeah.
I don't get the name Imelda Marcos for nothing.
Do you have a favorite pair of shoes, or
I
like
love
a
my
single?
flip-flops. I could live in flip-flops.
Yeah.
If it has to be tennis shoes, I like my knockoff Converse in any color.
You wear a lot of Brooks, though, right?
Yeah, for work I wear Brooks. The ones I have on now are blue.
Kind of blue. Let's see if we can light on.
But I have neon orange ones, and they're just starting to come out with other different wild colors again. For a while, they weren't making the fluorescent colors or any prints. So now I got to find me some of those.
I'll put vibes in another cottage cheese coma. Nothing better than a good old cottage cheese coma, a triple C.
I heard how you all started the cottage cheese thing the other night.
Yeah.
It's a good thing we're almost out of it. I think I've had one small little dish of it, and the rest you've eaten.
Seen that name on shoes. You know about that?
I don't know if we have those around here, but I heard they're comfortable. But yeah, pricey.
Mm-hmm. Looks like your Brooks are pretty pricey.
You get what you pay for, though. I have not walked through a single sole of my Brooks between bartending and running around 10 miles in the hardware store a day.
Yeah.
I have no holes in the bottom, and I still have tread.
Some of the most
and I
comfortable
haven't blown
shoes
through
I
the
had
sides.
were right.
So
Most comfortable shoes I've had usually pretty expensive. Dudes, they're not too bad,
these are a cheap one.
but yeah, for like work shoes or boots, skimp out, you're gonna be paying for it. That's for sure. But it's better than no shoes at all. So some people can't afford it. You can't afford it. But if you can, it's a good investment, like tires for your car or truck. We got about almost about 2-minute mark here. I really, really want to thank you guys for coming in tonight and watching this. I thought that maybe we'd just be pretty alone, but I should know better by now.
Oh,
We have such good friends that everyone's so supportive. I just always kind of worry about that. But like I had said, I think before on another person's live stream, that even if no one shows up, we're going to do it anyways, because it will eventually be a video that some people can watch later, I guess. So that's, if anything, if I fail to put on another video, a regular one, this can kind of be a backup one too. So, any closing words?
Just the normal thank you, everybody, for coming and participating in the conversation. Comedic as always. But yeah, it was still serious talk in there.
Yeah. I'd like to see if any of you would be interested in being a guest on the show. We can put one other person on.
Maybe
Since
two.
we're trying to keep these down to 1 hour, I'm not gonna do a whole big panel show right now. Maybe we'll do another one of those as a pop-up sometime, because I do love those big panel ones. And that we're using the free version of StreamYard, so not a whole lot of extra people we can put on. So it would be cool. If any of you are interested in doing being a guest on our Monday show, email us. Email us at hogginhilldesign@gmail.com. I can add that on there, or Katie's going to type it out. Excuse me. Oh,
Yep.
did you type it wrong?
Yeah, it's my own name I did wrong too.
Oh man. Here, let me try it. Again, let's see who types it faster.
Me.
You started before. It doesn't
Okay,
really
now the
make
right one's up.
Same as our channel name at gmail.com. And let us know if you're interested, and we'll pick out some topics and have you on as a guest. I think that'd be cool.
Vibe says, who do you want to see most in the fish tuber community?
Who do I want to see most? As far as being on
On the channel? I think everybody
or
should
just
be
see
on our
them
channel. Get everybody on there and their opinions about fish keeping and their styles. I think everybody's opinion and how they fish keep is awesome.
for sure. I would like for sure to do one with Jimmy P. Whenever he's feeling up to it. I told him, like, if you feel up to it, let me know. We'll do a pop-up one. That's probably most likely going to do with that. But all of our friends for sure. Vibes had us on his channel, so it'd be really cool if we could return the favor and have him as a guest. Just kind of ask him some questions. I'd like to get to know you more, bud. So I guess that's all for now. You guys, like we said, and I'm reminding you, if you haven't saw it in the beginning so far of the stream, we're premiering our brand new video. To mention, it took me 5 hours this morning. I got up at about 6 o'clock, opened up the computer at 6:30. I wasn't done till 11:30, finishing the final edit on our video and designing the thumbnail and everything. And we wanted to try a premiere. So after this, we're going to hop over to our premiere and we can have a live chat. It's about, I think, about 18 and a half minutes long is that video. So we can do a live chat for 18 minutes after this. So thank you guys again so much for coming by, and we'll see you next Monday.